Hello and welcome to Master It Monday. I am your host, Maggie Carey. Today, we are going to be talking about how you can optimize your LinkedIn bio. Your LinkedIn bio is a place where you can really brand your business and give people great insight as to how your business runs, who you are, what you serve, what problem you solve, tons of things you can do, but you only have 150 characters to do it in. Now, if you have a business profile account, this is really important because when you have a business profile account, that allows you to do a little bit more. We're going to deep dive into 8 tips that you can use to really showcase your business on Instagram. Now, if you have an Instagram account and you're watching us live, I want you to take the time right now to drop in the chat what your Instagram handle is so that we can all follow you and help you with your business. Now, at Master It Media, I educate businesses on developing an engaging social media presence so they can build an audience of raving fans. So let's get right into how you can take your Instagram bio and really fine tune it so that you can have a stellar raving fan audience. Are you ready? So I'm going to just pop up my Instagram account so you can see a little bit of what I've done with my account that hopefully will help you a little bit. Now, the first thing you have to notice is that I'm really sticking to my brand. You're going to notice my Instagram highlights are branded, my logo is here. What I'm saying in my bio is very clearly my brand. So you need to first and foremost check that box, okay? Make sure that you are sticking to your brand and that you're and I'm not just talking about colors and logos and things like that. I'm talking about sticking to the brand that you've developed for your business, how you talk to your audience again. Now, number 1, you've got to speak to your target audience. So what that means is you want to make sure that you share things about your business and that your audience words your audience would use, not you would use. So again, let's just pop on over to my Instagram, and what you're seeing here is my this is my little bio blip right here. I'm using emojis so that it has a little color, but I also have this is what I do, social media management for business. I've added my tagline. I've got tips with teleprompter, another thing we do, Master It Monday, which you're here watching live. And then I have a link. This is fully complete, completely listed so that people know if they're not if they're not a business, I'm probably not the right person for them, right? Like if they're not interested in somebody helping them manage their social media, again, not the right fit. But the person that does need help managing their social media, the person who does need social media tips, I'm going to be the person that they can contact. So remember, speak to your audience. Um, what's their pain point? That's always a good one. What's the thing that they struggle with? You can include that in your bio. Now, I always talk about having a descriptive username and a name. Now, remember, your username is different than your name in Instagram. Again, let's pop this up and you can see my username is Master It Media. So you'll see up here in the URL, it's instagram.com/Master It Media. So what's yours? I suggest if you can, please try to avoid the dashes and the dots because that just confuses people. But try to get your name, your brand name. That's really important. And if you can't, get something as close to it as you can. Now, if you look down here, you see that I have um, my name, Maggie Carey, and then I have social media tips. Now you only have 150. I'm sorry, you only have 30 characters here. That's only 30 characters. That's not a lot. But you have 30 characters in that name that you could use. Now, I decided to use my name in the name field along with what I do. So, social media tips, right? I wanted to use social media strategist, but guess what? If I do Maggie Carey, social media strategist, it doesn't fit in 30 characters. So it'll just pop back and say it's too long and revert back to what it was. So keep in mind that your descriptive username and your name doesn't necessarily have to be your name. You can pick something else. Like some people have their business name as their name, like it could be Maggie Carey, and then my description could be social media strategist. So you can mix things up like that. But remember, your username is the thing, that's your handle, the at Master It Media, that's your handle, and you should be of course, branded and consistent with that. Now, here's another thing that I find people miss the boat on, and this is placing a link in your bio. Again, I'm going to pop over to my account. I'll pull up another account, I guess, because this will get pretty boring if I don't. Feel free to give me your account in the chat, and I'll make sure if you feel brave enough, I'd be happy to pop it up while we're live. You can see here, I have this link, www.mastermedia.com/click me. When I click on that, it brings people right to my page. And this page I designed, it's not my homepage, it's not my masteritmedia.com homepage, that would be here. Okay? I don't have it go there. I have it go to this special place that I created that's what's your next steps? All of these things that they could do. And why I do that is because when you do something like give a link in your bio, you only have one place that you can one link that you can put in there, just one. You can't have multiples. So when I say click the link in my bio to find out more, I could be talking about teleprompter. I could be talking about my YouTube channel. I could be talking about LinkedIn. I could be talking about my workshops. It could be a multitude of things. Now, what are you going to do? You can't change your link every time you got something new because if somebody sees an older post, they're going to go to the wrong place. It's a big mess. So you can do what I did if you or have management over your own website and you don't have to pay to have somebody fix it. But you can also use a product like Linktree. It's a free service that you can use, and also later has something called LinkedIn bio that you can also use, and it'll give you a series of links that you can have so people can go to it. Now, in addition, there are some of those digital the digital card companies where you can create a digital card. You can put that in your bio. Whatever it is that you're doing, make sure that you have the ability to at least have your web page or the place that you want people to go to the most. That's really important. We've got a few people popping in, so let's take a look at what we have going on today. So I have Kaylee, who's Good Talking People and Social Matters too. So let's pop over to Good Talking People and see what that has to say. If Kaylee, if you're okay with that, that would be kind of cool. So we're going to go to Instagram and I'm going to pop in Good Talking People too, and we're going to see that, and we'll share about. Sorry, welcome to the slow world today. Here we go. Um, Good. So as you can see, as I'm typing, it pops up and you can see they have tons of posts here. They have their business name here. They have the again, the business name, and they have a link right to their website. So if you click on it, it goes. Now, and they also have the owner in profile as a picture. So if this is something we're going to cover a little later on, but keep this in mind when you're looking at, so that was Kaylee. Um, so Oscar says he has a Capel Oscar, but that he hasn't, um, opened an he has opened an Instagram account, but he has not used it, and that's okay. Oscar, I think that's awesome that you have got the account. It's one of the things that I tell my clients, even if you're not gonna use a certain platform, always make sure that you secure your name on that platform so that at least you have it, even if you're not going to use it, and then just put up a post that says, I'm not really, using this profile right now, but here's a link to my Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever your other one is. So here's Oscar's right here. This is great. He's got his name, he's got his photo, so people at least know who he is. So Oscar, and you've got 163 followers already, and you haven't even done anything yet. That's really awesome. So the only suggestion that I would make is let's take today what we're talking about and pop it right over into your account. You can do the steps that I'm giving you today. Just replay the video and do step by step and fill out this as best as you can, even if it's putting in your LinkedIn access into as your linked. It doesn't matter as long as you have a link so they can find out how to contact you. That's really important. Thank you both for sharing. I appreciate that. And if anybody else has something else they'd like to share, please do. So we talked about placing the link in your bio. It's really important because you can't put, unless you have over 10,000 followers, so I will make that caveat, you can't have an active link in a post. So when you do a post on Instagram, you want to say, click the link in my bio if you need to have a call to action. And speaking of call to actions, include a call to action in your link on and now we're talking about here is on your in your bio, right? In that little blip up at the top. And here it's like masteritmedia.com/click me. Now, if I wanted to change that and say maybe I wanted to say sign up for my next workshop on Canva, click, and then use an emoji, put a arrow, put a finger pointing that way. It doesn't matter. But when you do a call to action, sign up for our free newsletter, sign up for a free tip sheet, whatever it might be, you're giving somebody an instruction to follow. So that's a great thing for you to do on to add a little extra oomph to your bio on your Instagram. The other thing that you may have noticed on mine that I do is I included a tag, but some people include hashtags as well. Now, what I mean by a tag is you can see here I'm tagging to a teleprompter Instagram account that I have. So it's part of my business. And as you can see here, I've got another fully fleshed out description and a link to my website that goes to a different page. Doesn't have to be your main page. Remember that, right? The other thing that I did was I linked to Master It Monday because this is a channel that I'm growing. And as you can see here, I also have a different link that brings to a different size. I cross brand with Master It Media. Think about this. Do you have a product or a service that you offer that has its own separate Instagram account? So for example, if I wanted to really boost my personal brand and I wanted my my personal Instagram account to be linked to my business and my business link to my Instagram, I could marry the two together, right? Like I could tag one in one and tag one in the other. The other thing you can do is to add a hashtag. Now, this isn't searchable, like a searchable hashtag, like you use hashtags in Instagram to draw something, right? But it's a branded hashtag. Like let's take Nike for example. Just do it, right? Hashtag just do it. That you want if you want people to use that in their social media, if you're a restaurant or if you're a you know, a company that uses hashtags frequently, maybe it's an event you're running. You want people to use that hashtag. Put that in your bio, and then people can click on it and see what other people are talking about in that hashtag. So it's another way of getting engagement in things like that. So very cool. Very cool way to kind of cross promote your business. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about is contact details. Now, this is something interesting, and I'm going to pop over to my Instagram account again because I want to show you how you can actually get more if you use a business account. And this is not for personal, it's for business. So I'm going to click over here to edit. I'm in my profile, and I'm going to click edit profile. Because I am a professional account, I'm a business account, I can add all of these other things, my phone number, I can add, my email address, other ways for people to contact me. Okay. This is a great way for you to get more information if you're a business. So remember, it's only for your business accounts that you can do that. So if you're going to, if you're going to say, well, I don't understand. I don't have a place to put my physical address. I don't know where Maggie showed me where the phone number is and where I can put an email address. Take a deep breath. And remember, it's for business. And I have videos in my YouTube channel you can go check out that you can convert an existing account. If you set it up as a personal account, you can convert it over to a business account. So keep that in mind in case that ever comes up in your world. Um, Here's something that I really want to stress. Oscar nailed this. He had the perfect Instagram profile picture, right? This is something where you want to make sure that your profile picture reflects who you are, your brand, whether it's your personal brand, whether it's your business brand. I use, as you could see with mine, I used my logo, right? If I were a, maybe a photographer, I wouldn't use my logo, right? Like I wouldn't use my logo if I were a photographer. I would use one of my photos or maybe a picture of me with my camera. The if I were a restaurant, I'd be using pictures of my food. If I were a place where maybe people have a hard time finding me or I've got great branding on my brick and mortar location, I may put a picture of, the outside of my building. If you're a car dealership, you want vehicles, like what are you selling? What's your product, right? These are different things you can do if whether it's jewelry, whether it's like we've got Kaylee on and it's the childcare, right? You can put pictures of again, you have to, make sure you have the rights to use the photos you're using, but you can do that. And it's a really cool way of sharing your brand and what you are by a quick look. So my logo is really important to me, but if I go over to um, I'm going to take Roger Wakefield here. He was the expert plumber. He is, you can see here, he empowers tradesmen to grow their revenue with integrity using the power of social media. He is a stellar podcast and YouTube influencer. And you can see he uses who he is here. Now, if we take a look at Rob Genovese at Unleash My Beast brand, you can see here, he also includes this kind of orange, which is his brand color, right in his profile picture. And look how cool, because he kind of goes over, it's not like your traditional, he kind of goes over the little color. This is a great way to make your account pop. So using something with your profile picture that is on brand with your business is really a great way to stand out and get that audience to like what you're saying. Um, and I do find a lot of times that when you do your, like here, you see, other social media people, they put in their logos or they put in themselves. So here are two different social media people, great products, but they're both different. The thing that I want to tell you is really, whatever you think fits your brand is the right answer. So don't get caught up on, should I use my photos? Should I use a picture of my business? Should I use something that speaks to your brand and see how it works for you, and then change it up if you want. But I will tell you, when you have that consistency, that look, people are going to look for it. If you change it too often, it's going to confuse people. And they're not going to, is it, wait, is that them? Wait, they always had their logo and now it's a person. And then next week it's a building. I'm very confused, right? So try to figure out what you want to use and be consistent with it. The other thing is story highlights. Now, a lot of the things that we create here on Master It Media, we use Canva for. And Canva's a great tool and it does help with, there is a free component and it helps you create things. You can actually even create, um, one of the click link in bio little things in. I probably should do a Master It Monday on that because that would be really cool. But you can use things, you can use Canva to create these cool Instagram story highlights. Now, if you're not sure what they are, an Instagram story highlight are these little circles that you'll find at the top of your profile. Now, if I were just in Instagram and I wanted to, pop in and see what's going on with somebody and I click on their link, I'm going to get their um, their Instagram story, right? That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is in your profile, you have these stories that are sitting right here that I've saved. So if I go in here and click on teleprompter, I'm seeing some of my saved stories that I had. Okay. So these are ways that now I'm on my Master at Mondays, right? So these are ways that you can kind of stand out. And you noticed I branded this with my um, background that I use in my Master at Mondays and in my, in my Zoom backgrounds and things like that. So it has that consistent look and feel with my brand. And these graphics I created using Canva. I just searched for Instagram um, cover highlights. And this is what it gave me, and I was able to modify it. It had the sizes and everything. Very, very cool. Now, if let's just pop over to Rob for a sec. He doesn't have these. And I love you, Rob, but we need to get you on Instagram stories. Um, but you can see the difference. And here's Roger, where he uses the same graphic. So if that makes it easier, he's got his brand with his mustache, and then he's got the different things underneath it. Very clean and very crisp. So these are ways that you can really stand out in your social. And one of the things that I encourage you to do is, take these few tips that I've given you today, and we'll go through them once more so that you have a nice summary back to back. But at least try to apply one or two of them today. Put them on your calendar to go back and look at your Instagram and make sure that you have beefed up and optimized your Instagram profile as best you can. So speak to your target audience, select a descriptive user name and name, place your link in your bio. I cannot stress that's a big one. Use a call to action if you like in your link so that people know why they're clicking that link. Use tags or hashtags if you feel that it's something again that works for you. You don't have to, but you can. And and contact details. If you're a business account, remember that. And of course, the perfect profile picture is so necessary. It's got to speak to your brand, and I suggest you keep it consistent. And then last but not least, our Instagram story highlights. Make sure that you're doing those highlights in your Instagram account if you use stories. If you don't use stories, don't worry about it. Again, deep breath, relax. It's okay. You'll get there. Start with those. With two or three of the things that I've explained today, and see how you can apply them. I'm always here to help you. Put any questions that you might have in the comments below, and I will answer them. Again, I'm Maggie Carey from Master It Media. You can reach out to me. I'm on all the socials at Master It Media. We have teleprompter that helps our businesses who struggle with coming up with their own content. Teleprompter makes it so easy. We give out so much information, and it includes a monthly workshop that we're doing this month is going to be on Canva. And then, of course, you can find us on Instagram and YouTube. We have over 100 videos at the filming of this video on YouTube to help you with you. Just go into our channel and search for Instagram or search for bio or search for Facebook, and you'll find videos that might help you with creating content, with beefing up your profiles, with learning tips and tricks on all of those fun things. As I mentioned, we have a Canva workshop series. This is something that you can sign up for if you're interested, but remember, we have them recorded, so if you miss the deadline, not to worry. Just give me a buzz and we'll make that happen. And of course, our Canva, make sure you check out Canva. We are a partner with Canva, so if you use the link below, you're supporting Master It Media, and we really appreciate that. So just know it's an affiliate link, but when you sign up for it, it's free. So you don't lose anything. It's amazing, amazing software, and I hope you take advantage of that opportunity. Well, that's all we have today on Master It Monday. I hope you found our tips on how to beef up your Instagram profile helpful today. Please optimize that profile. I want you to build that audience of raving fans so that you can do what we do for our clients, and that's to take the commotion out of your promotion. Have a fabulous day, everybody, and I will see you next Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern.